Oh, hi there. Wow. It's time for Comm Chat again. You guys always sneak up on us. Student produced, by the way. Thank you. Brittany and Melissa and Joe and DJ upstairs directing.
Yay.
I'm Ralph Merkel.
I'm Mary Ashlock.
And joining us today is Dr. Selene Phillips. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
We are
Thank you.
just wonderful.
Yes.
We are steaming towards spring break. And
I know, I can't believe that.
one of the reasons why we, first of all, are moving our way through all the comm faculty so everyone can put a name with a face if they haven't taken your classes before. But Selene, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm from a reservation in northern Wisconsin called Lac du Flambeau. It's beautiful. It's one of the largest, has one of the largest chain of lakes in the world. There's some place in Minnesota and Switzerland claim to have a larger chain of lakes. So you'll be driving around and there's water over here, these beautiful lakes. And fishing and hunting, all outdoor sports are really popular there. So I'm working on having a spring break service learning project next for 2013. Students will be able to go and experience what that life is like, and we'll be volunteering at what's called the Thunderbird House, which is one of the domestic shelter homes for women. And it's not just for Native people, it's also for people away from the reservation, so on reservation, Native and non-Native.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so is this exclusively going to be offered for communication majors, or?
Right now, the class that I'm teaching now is for humanities and communication majors.
Okay, so humanities
So next
too.
year, it will also be for humanity majors and for communication.
And the
humanities.
class is?
Native Americans in the media.
Okay. And you're teaching another new class this semester. Don't you teach a sports writing?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
That's exciting. I've got some
Yeah.
great students in that class. They're all sports fans, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got some guest speakers. We work on team writing and individual writing. They had to write an obituary last month, so they're doing great. It's fun. They love it. Of course, they're talking and writing about something that they love, and they come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and talk about sports and writing and games and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's such a needed class, I think, because we have so many students majoring in sports administration and the related fields, and now we can finally house something like that.
Yeah,
So,
this is the first
yeah.
time I've taught it this semester. Most of the students, I think all of the students this semester are in communication, but that when the word spreads, that won't.
Oh my gosh,
stay.
that class, yeah. Yeah, many students will take that for an elective.
So for those who haven't had you in class, so you news writing, sports writing.
Sports writing. In the past, I've taught a lot of the Intro to Mass Communication classes, and Native Americans in the media. I've also taught a class I haven't taught for a while, but it's on historical communication, and I linked it with the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I had performed as Sacagawea or Sacagawea, as many of us know her name today, and performed as her and used some of that knowledge in the classroom. So we talk about writing diaries and journals and how communication took place many years ago compared to today with all of our social networks and technology and things like that.
I wonder what Sacagawea would have tweeted if she had had a smartphone.
Give me some money.
travel.
Give me some money. So she was basically an interpreter, and so many people think she was the guide, and she really only truly guided for a short period of the time. So.
That's great. So I think it's amazing. You're blending your Native American background and your writing, and you're bringing it out in different forums like that. Especially the sports, as this new class, as we talked about. I think that's really interesting. One
One of the things I do a lot of my research on is on Native American newspapers, which most people think there might be 1, 2, or 3 of those, but there are hundreds. And prior to the recession, that was an area where newspapers were growing.
Oh, yeah.
In today's world, we have fewer and fewer newspapers, or the newspapers that we have are publishing fewer newspapers, and the population of those newspapers are continuing to increase.
All right, so that's fascinating. So why would you see an increase, do you think?
Well, there's several reasons. The economy base for some places are getting better. So one of the things that they need is this advertising, and if someone is, if a reservation, for example, is lucky enough to get a casino, they want to then advertise it to within the state or within the area, and then they have other avenues of income with the, not just the casino, but the convention centers and entertainment and people that come and vendors and things like that. So it increases this base for people to actually be economically able to have a newspaper.
Interesting.
And then also the knowledge of being able to produce a newspaper is there, whereas it wasn't years ago.
So your particular reservation where you grew up, is there a casino there now, and has that made a difference in the economy there? Or?
Well, where I'm from is in Lac du Flambeau. There is a reservation casino that is doing pretty well, but there are always problems with something like that because it changes the whole context of what's important, and the casino hasn't made us all rich. Some reservations, it's made many people very wealthy, but a lot of what the reservation, the tribal leaders have done is put a lot of that money into cultural and language renovation, and helped try to, the language has gone through areas where some people were not allowed to speak their language when they were young in school.
That's fascinating. Their native language, so they were forced to speak English.
My grandmother was one of like the last 5 or 6 people who spoke fluent Ojibwe in that community.
Oh, really?
And so now you have all these wonderful people who are doing a lot of work to try to revitalize that. And Ojibwe is one of the largest in the North American continent. They're the largest Native American group. A lot of people think of Native Americans in America and they think of the plains. And because of the Canadians, Ojibwe are one of the largest in numbers. But we're a southern group of Ojibwe, and the Canadians have done a wonderful job, comparatively speaking, to the United States, of keeping their language alive. The French and Indian influence helped keep that language, and so we've been able to reap the benefits of that in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, and North Dakota.
Okay. Well, you know, Selene, the bossy students who run Comm Chat are telling me we're out of town. Out of time.
We need to go out of town.
We should have beer.
Spring break. We have spring break on our minds.
Spring break is on our minds. We appreciate you for joining us on Comm Chat.
Thanks for inviting me.
Very much.
And until next time, we'll see you.